Reacher, where the hell are you? What the hell were you doing behind there?
Had to take a piss.
I have 9 bathrooms inside this house.
Yeah.
If you've been a fan of Amazon Prime's Reacher, buckle up, because Netflix is gearing up to drop its own gritty, action-packed rival, and honestly, no one's quite ready for what's coming. It's called Mercy for None, and it's not just another K-drama. This one has some serious heat behind it. Based on the intense and violent webtoon Plaza Wars, the show is shaping up to be one of Netflix's boldest moves yet, especially for fans who love their action raw, emotional, and a little bloody. So what exactly is Mercy for None? It's an R-rated South Korean crime thriller set in the murky world of gang rivalries, betrayal, and revenge. And if that already sounds a bit like something Jack Reacher would sink his fists into, you're not far off. But while Reacher leans more into lone wolf American justice, Mercy for None dives deep into a tangled web of family drama, painful sacrifices, and revenge that's been stewing for over a decade. It's Reacher meets John Wick, but with that distinct emotional punch only K-dramas know how to deliver. This upcoming Netflix original, also known in Korean as Gwangjang, is slated for release sometime in the second quarter of 2025. That's between April and June. And even though that still feels like a while away, Netflix has already started teasing fans. They dropped a sneak peek clip on YouTube earlier this year, and let's just say it's got people talking. The clip alone is 2 minutes of tension that shows just how brutal this series is going to be. There's no slow burn here, it jumps straight into the fire. At the heart of Mercy for None is the story of Nam Gi-jun, a former top enforcer of a notorious gang called Bong San. He used to be the guy no one messed with, the kind of fighter who settled turf wars with sheer force and zero mercy. But then, something changed. His younger brother, Nam Gi-sok, ended up rising through the ranks of their rival gang Ju-woon. And instead of going head-to-head with his own flesh and blood, Gi-jun did the unthinkable. He slashed his Achilles tendon, literally cutting himself off from the violent world he ruled, and walked away. For 11 years, he's been lying low, running a small beverage supply business that mostly caters to old Bong San-run places. He's kept his head down, avoided fights, and stayed away from the mess he left behind. But peace like that never lasts forever in stories like this. Just when things seem to be finally settled, his brother Gi-sok is found dead, killed just before his retirement in a suspicious, almost symbolic hit. And for Gi-jun, that's the final straw. It's not just about grief, it's rage, guilt, and a sense of unfinished business. So he decides to return to the underworld he once dominated. He knows full well that nothing's the same anymore. The power balance has shifted. Old alliances are shaky, and his reputation, once legendary, is now just a memory. But none of that matters to him. He's not coming back for power or control. He's coming back for answers, and more importantly, for revenge. Now you might be wondering, how is this any different from all the other gritty revenge shows out there? That's where Mercy for None stands apart. While Reacher thrives on its protagonist being a bit of a superhero in plain clothes, smart, tough, always a step ahead, Gi-jun is a broken man. He's not looking to save the day or uphold justice. He's fueled by raw emotion, and it shows. He's violent, desperate, and conflicted, and that gives this series a darker, more personal vibe that could easily overshadow its Western counterpart in terms of emotional depth and dramatic stakes. The cast, too, is a powerhouse. Leading the series is So Ji-sub, who hasn't yet done a Netflix K-drama until now. But don't let that fool you. He's a veteran of the genre, known for hits like Cain and Abel, Oh My Venus, and Dr. Lawyer. In fact, many fans are already hyped to see him in such a physically demanding and emotionally heavy role. His presence alone brings a kind of gravitas that can really carry a show like this. Joining him is An Kil-kang, another familiar face for K-drama lovers. You might have seen him in Queen Sun-dok, weightlifting fairy Kim Bok-ju, or Once Again. He's taking on the role of Koo Bong-san, Gi-jun's former boss and the man who led the Bong-san gang back in the day. Then there's Lee Bum-soo, playing Shim Sung-won. While he hasn't done much on Netflix outside a small part in 20th Century Girl, His film credits, including The Anarchists and City of the Rising Sun, speak volumes. Gong Myung is another actor worth keeping an eye on. He plays Jun Mo and previously appeared in Be Melodramatic. There's also a strong supporting cast including Ho Jun-ho as Lee Ju-won, Chu Young-woo, Jo Han-chul, and guest appearances by Cha Sung-won and Lee Jun-yuk. Each brings something different to the table, helping to paint a vivid, gritty world full of shifting loyalties and unresolved grudges. And if that sneak peek video is anything to go by, the show doesn't pull any punches. The clip shows Gi Jun calling Shim Sung-won and delivering a veiled threat. Next thing you know, Sung-won is scrambling, summoning goons to protect himself. But they're no match. Gi Jun storms in and takes them out one by one. It's brutal, quick, and full of that raw, street-level intensity you rarely get in even the most polished action series. Think The Night Comes For Us energy with a touch of that K-drama flair for emotional drama. What makes Mercy for None stand out even more is its source material. The webtoon Plaza Wars was already popular, known for its gritty realism and dark storytelling. Adapting it into a live-action show gives Netflix a rare edge. It's tapping into a built-in fan base that already knows the characters and the stakes. And because webtoons have been exploding in popularity, especially globally, this adaptation has the potential to make waves not just in South Korea, but worldwide. And here's where the comparison to Reacher becomes even more interesting. Reacher is the kind of show that sticks to a formula. It gives fans exactly what they came for: a tough guy, a mystery, and lots of beatdowns. But Mercy for None promises a more complex narrative. It's not just one man versus the world, it's one man versus his past, his guilt, and a bunch of enemies who know exactly what he's capable of. There's a weight to the violence in Mercy for None, a sense that every punch and stab means something. It's not clean, and it's not pretty. Also, there's this emotional angle that keeps popping up. This idea of mercy, or the lack of it. Gi Jun tries to show mercy once by stepping away, by choosing family over power, and that choice cost him everything. Now, he's back in a world where mercy is seen as weakness, and you can't help but wonder how long he can hold on to his humanity. Although the series hasn't announced its director or screenwriter yet, the expectations are already sky high. And with good reason. Netflix has been stepping up its K-drama game lately, especially in the action and crime genres. Shows like My Name, DP, and Bloodhounds have already proven there's an appetite for darker, grittier Korean content. And that's that for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.